Welcome to iLecture Online. Our next problem is kind of a classic problem. We have two fluids, oil and water, and the density of oil is less than the density of water, so the oil will be at the top and the water will be at the bottom. Notice that the density of the oil here is 600 kilograms per cubic meter, about 0.6 the density of water. There's a block inside that fluid. Notice that most of the block is within the oil layer and the bottom portion of the block is within the water layer. Notice that 2 centimeters are below the boundary between oil and water, and the top of the block is 2 centimeters below the very top of the oil layer. Notice that the block has dimensions 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. We don't care about the third dimension. It doesn't really matter. But now notice, well, let's say I guess it does matter because we need to know that. So let's assume that it's also 10 centimeters. It's a cube 10 by 10 by 10. So let's make that a requirement. The cube equals 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. Otherwise, I don't think we can answer the question, because the questions are, first, find the mass of the block, which of course we need to know the size of the block, and then find the pressure at the bottom of the block. So first, let's find the mass of the block. And what we can then say is start with the buoyancy force, that the buoyancy force is equal to the weight of the displaced liquid, which is equal to the mg of the liquid. Now, of course, since there's two liquids, that means that this will be equal to the rho vg of the water that's displaced plus the rho vg of the oil. And I think I'm going to reverse order. So let's make that the oil and let's make that the water. Okay, that will give us then the total buoyancy force. It's the weight of the displaced oil plus the weight of the displaced water. And of course, the buoyancy force, since it's suspended inside, since the cube is suspended inside the liquid, should equal the weight of the cube. So that's equal to the mg of the cube, or mg of the block as I called it. All right. And of course, we're looking for the mass of the block. That means we're looking for this mass right here. But first of all, when you notice, you can see that g's can be canceled everywhere. So we can write that the mass of the block is going to be equal to the density times the volume of the oil that's displaced plus the density times the volume of the water that's displaced. So in this case, the density of the oil, which would be 600 kilograms per cubic meter, and the volume of the oil, well, that would be equal to this portion of the block. So it would be equal to 0.1 times 0.1 times 0.8. So that would be the volume that's suspended inside the oil. We do the same for the water. That would be plus the density of the water, which is 1,000, times 0.1 times 0.1 and times 0.2. Oh, let's see here. I think I made a mistake. This should be 0.08, 0.08 because it's less than 0.1, and this should be 0.02, 0.02. All right, because it's 2 centimeters and 8 centimeters, and that makes it better. All right, now let's go ahead and calculate these. So we have 600 times 0.1 times 0.1 times 0.08 equals, that's 0.48, and that would be in terms of kilograms, 0.48 plus, we have 1,000 times 0.01 times 0.02 equals, that would be plus 0.20, and of course that's in kilograms. And so that means that the total mass would be 0.68 kilograms, and that is the mass of the block that we're looking for. All right, first part of the problem is done. Second part of the problem, the pressure at the bottom of the block. Well, that would be the sum of the pressure due to the oil plus the pressure of this additional water. So the pressure at the bottom of the block is going to be equal to the rho GH of the oil plus the rho GH of the water. It is the density times G times the depth inside each of the two fluids. So in this case, that would be, the pressure down would be 600 for oil times G, which is 9.8, times the height in the oil, that would be a total of 0.1 meters, plus the density of water, 1,000, G 9.8, and the water, the depth in the water would be 0.02. All right, that will work. So this is equal to, that would be 60 times 9.8, which is 588. That would be in terms of pascals or newtons per square meter. Plus, here we have 20 times 9.8, which is equal to 196 newtons per square meter. And of course, when we add those together, plus 588, that gives us 784 newtons per square meter, which is the pressure at the bottom of the cube. And notice, starting out with the basic principle of buoyancy force, the basic definition, and then with the basic definition of pressure, we can find both the mass and the pressure at the bottom of the block. And that is how it's done.